Hello rainbows, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression review, two different eyeshadow looks, swatches and brush swatches of the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star Mini Controversy palette. I haven't even unpacked it yet. This is still in its packaging. If you guys haven't seen my conspiracy palette review, you need to watch that. Oh my gosh, there's like a little bit of a shadow mark. I hope no one's like been in my palette. I will have it linked below, or there's the card there if you want to check it out. Definitely a must watch. So before we get right into it, I'd really appreciate it if you guys subscribed. It would mean the world to me. Also leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this whole series and everything. I think it's just been amazing and I've avidly watched every single episode. I am opening it here. I mean, packaging is amazing. This actually does have a bit of like a textured feel to it. I'm not going to touch too much in the packaging because you guys are probably sick of seeing it by now, honestly. There's so many videos out there, so I'm just going to skim over it. But like all Jeffree's products, extremely amazing packaging. This is actually my first mini product of his, but I own a majority of his other palettes already, so let's just say I'm a fan. So I did purchase this from Princess Polly. There are two main wholesalers in Australia. There is Black Swallow Boutique, Princess Polly, and there is actually the Morphe store as well. I didn't even think of ordering from Morphe Australia. I ordered this from Princess Polly. I had everything in my cart, went to check out, and the conspiracy palette had sold out, so I got this one and a lipstick. Ended up getting the conspiracy palette from Black Swallow Boutique. It was epic. I was awake from 1 AM for the launch and then get back to sleep till 5, and then my daughter woke me up at 6. Anyway, so first impressions, this is looking amazing. I'm just going to open it right now. I haven't even opened it, so let's open it. Oh my god, it looks perfect. It looks in pristine condition from what I can tell. If you guys saw my previous video, it looked like perhaps someone had already swatched my brand new palette. Yeah, stunning, stunning, stunning. So I am just going to get right into it. We're going to prime an eye. I'm going to do one kind of more extreme crazy eye, and the other eye a more natural wearable type look, just to show you guys the versatility of this palette. So I'm just going in with a little bit of concealer just to give my eye a little bit of a blank canvas, and also a tacky base for the shadows to stick to. Very beautiful shades. I think there is just one shade that is the same in the conspiracy palette, which is the Diet Root Beer. I'm pretty sure that's the only similar shade. So I'm going to dip in with Diet Root Beer first. Just like the other palette, this one is quite soft, so it does have fallout that I'm already seeing in the pan, but that is okay. I'm not really anal about that kind of stuff. As well as you guys can tell, I don't knock off the excess shadow on my brushes. That's just me personally. I feel like, why waste that pigment? And most of the time when I am doing a more, you know, intense look or whatever, I do my foundation at the end anyway, so it doesn't really faze me all that much. So instantly already beautiful pigment, just stunning. I'm going to dip into Cry on My Couch. I haven't even really, like, I've tried my best not to read the names or not to watch anyone's kind of tutorials, because I just wanted my own take on this and try and give you guys the most unbiased opinion of these products as I possibly can. I absolutely adore Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. I am a massive fan, and as I said in my other video, like, I feel like me and Shane would be best friends. I know that sounds so creepy. I actually get people commenting that to me, and I love it. I'm like, yes, let's be friends. I actually caught up with one of my subscribers the other day. She came to my house and we had coffee and Tim Tams, and it was amazing. I'm all for meeting new friends. All right, so this is just honestly blending like a dream come true. I haven't waxed my brows, but that's okay. Mum life. But honestly, like, this is on a tacky concealer base, and I feel like it's just blending beautifully. All right, so I'm going to dip into My Apology. So this isn't a matte. This does look more like a shimmery kind of shade. So I'm not sure what the payoff will be like on this brush. I actually think it needs a stiffer brush or even a finger. So I'm just going to see if I can just lay it down with a finger. That definitely works better. I mean, even if you were to combine palettes or go in with more a matte version of that shadow, I think that would be absolutely stunning. So I'm going to dip back into Diet Root Beer and a tiny bit of the My Apology. start to smoke that out. So as I said, this is the natural side, natural-ish. I didn't want to do the exact same look that I did in yesterday's video, so I'm just trying something a bit different. Again, I'm going to go back in with Cry on My Couch and just a different brush. A little bit more Diet Root Beer. So just like the other palette, like these are working beautifully. I'm finding they're very easy, they blend stunning, and you can create quite a nice look in like a very short amount of time, which is awesome. So now I am going to do the lid color. I think I'm definitely just going to have to use my boyfriend's purse. So I'm just going to go in with my ring finger. It feels beautiful and soft. And just that inner portion, I'm going to pat this color on. Of course, you can go in, cut the crease if you want a little bit more, but I mean, I love cut creases and all that. I'm not the best at doing it. I'm definitely better at doing it on other people than I am myself. My eyes are weird, that's why. Diet Root Beer again, I'm just gonna blend those out together. But I'm just loving the real kind of blended, smoky, soft looks. And already, like, how long have I been filming for? I've been talking for a bit. So I could easily do this makeup in a few minutes. And just having that little bit of the plum in there. I mean, of course you don't have to do it. You could just do the Diet Root Beer with the lighter color. You don't have to add in My Apology, or you could even, if you want to bump it up, add in some of this purple here, or even some of the blues. Why not? I think already, you know, this is a beautiful kind of neutral, smoky eye. You don't have to make it as intense as what I have done. Just showing you that you definitely can. I just want to do a little bit of Cry on My Couch, maybe touched with a bit of my boyfriend's purse on my brow bone. Just to give it a tiny bit more highlight and just a little hint of shimmer as well. Those are pigmented. I feel like that like almost blanked out some of my shading because it's just pigmented. Whew. I'm going to leave that side as it is and we'll do the other more crazy side and we'll come back to it. So I'm going to prime this side. Sexy. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right, I'm gonna go in with Controversy, which is the beautiful matte looking purple. I have a tacky concealer base. I'm going to just stamp this because I want this above my crease. Because if you've got eyes like me, if you have hooded eyes and you put this right in your crease when your eyes closed, you're just gonna lose all that color. So basically just doing a kind of half circle. Definitely seems like you need to pack this color on a little bit more, even use a denser brush. And I understand that purples are hard to make, but this could maybe blend away into nothing if you're not careful. So I'm going to go into Exposed, and yes, there is a little bit of fallout on that color from the color above. Nothing crazy, but you guys are probably like, what the hell are you talking about? I can't even see it. I'm gonna go in with this pale purple color and just start to blend that out with the Controversy. So I'm just dipping in between both of those colors and I'll start to do a kind of swiping motion as well. Like I said in my previous video, if you guys have seen it, I've been a massive fan of this series. It's just been so interesting watching the behind the scenes. And of course, you know, business-wise, it's panned out excellent for Jeffree and Shane. They should be so proud of their achievement. And it's just ingenious because obviously it's really hyped up the product and it's made a lot of people that might not normally buy it. But in saying that as well, like, I don't want to just be like, oh, it's hyped, that's why it's sold out. I actually genuinely feel like the Conspiracy palette, stunning. Like, I could not fault it. I know it's a bit of a spoiler if you haven't seen the video, but stunning. All right, so I'm just gonna start to like swipe that a little bit more. Really want to concentrate that purple, make that a little bit darker. So yeah, definitely this purple, I feel like you need to just build up some layers with it. Pack it on. I'm now going to go in with Cry on My Couch, which is just the neutral shade, and just blend this a little bit further up so I don't have purple right on my brow bone. If you want purple on your brow bone, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like that's diffusing quite nicely. Hazel is asleep at the moment. Oh, thank God. I love her to bits. Oh, trying to film in yesterday's video. I'm like, Lee, take Hazel to the park, please. So I'm trying my best to get this done while she is asleep and I have a bit of peace and quiet. I'm happy with how that's looking. I'm going to go in with a concealer brush and just redefine the crease. As I said, I'm doing a halo, so it's mainly the center bit. I'm not really too anal about the other sides. This brush is annoying me. It's not giving me a crisp edge. So that is carved out. I am out of focus, bloody hell. Oh God. I'm gonna go in with Flat Earth, the lightest blue first, and we'll just kind of carve out where I want that to sit. So I think, I mean, this blue, obviously you can see the color of it. It is quite pale. So if you really wanted an intense blue, maybe have a paler blue base or one of those colored primers underneath, just to make it pop that little bit more. Then I'm going to go in with Cancelled. So I'm working from the inside out. So Cancelled's going to go on either side of Flat Earth. And then go back in between both colours and just blend them out a bit. So I'm definitely noticing with these two colours I am getting some fallout, but that's okay. That's why, you know, I do this before I do my foundation, you know. So now I'm going to go in with the Simulation. So this is one of those metallic-y kind of shades, but I do have a concealer brush here. So hopefully this will be alright to kind of pack it on. Finding it doesn't seem to be as intense, but I may try it wet as well. I think definitely packing it on with your finger would get a really kind of, ooh, I've definitely found that with the other kind of pigment shades, but this one, yeah, this one seems a little bit not as there as what I'd want it to be, but definitely white, God, definitely applying it wet. Where did that hat come from? The wetter the better is gonna make it really pop. All right, I've dampened my brush. That's better. It definitely just gives it more oomph and more of a metallic hue. So again, I'm just going to blend that in with the Cancelled and then blend that back in with the Flat Earth again. Just try and have a nice seamless blend. That is how it's looking so far. I don't have my beauty lights on. This is just, you know, good old natural light. What I'm going to do is the rest of my base makeup, and then I'll be back and we'll finish off like the lower lash line and all that jazz. I think for the life of me I could find my freaking eyelash glue, because no, I can't. So I've just put mascara on and my lashes are like smaller than a bee stick basically. So, and I got eyeliner everywhere. I'm just like on a roll. Can't find my brush. All right, so yeah, I've kind of fucked everything up, but look at this eyeliner here and this one here. Like, oh, hopefully I can fix it. I'm just going to go back in with shadow. Wet brush. Yeah, it's okay. This one's worse. Oh, it's not covering up. I know with mascara you can try and like peel it off. Bloody hell. It's fine. It's really noticeable. Oh, we're just leaving it. It's okay. And I've stuffed up my eyebrows. It's not my day today. It is not my day. And in yesterday's video, I went and like got my other Jeffree Star palettes towards the end of the video out of that back drawer back there. And me just mum braining it, I forgot to lock it again. And I saw Hazel on the carpet with one of my brand new Colourpop palettes. I've never used any of their products. Brand new. Thanks, Hazel. It was pretty. I just have mascara on. Obviously, if I was like fully wearing this out, I would find my lash glue. I'd go to the shops and buy some more, and I'd also tightline my eyes. But I haven't done that because I'm lazy. I am just going to go in with a little bit of a black pencil and line my inner waterline. And I know I could just tightline my eyes right now, but I'm definitely feeling like I need some new foundations. I feel like what I've got isn't working. My skin recently has just been like thirsty. Christmas afternoon, 40-degree day, thirsty. Yeah, so any recommendations of like a hydrating full coverage cover those mum bags. Foundation, please. And as long as it's cruelty free. I only use cruelty free products. Throw them at me. I was kind of thinking maybe Too Faced Born This Way, even though I know that's not really high coverage, but anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm going to go back in and we'll just finish off this existing eye. So a little bit of my apology. Again, this maybe could be wet. I was like, shit, did I press film? Yes, I did. I actually think my apology all the way under there looks quite nice. I mean, it does give it more of a grungy kind of look. I'm gonna go back in with a bit of Diet Root Beer, soften that out. But obviously you could just do Diet Root Beer. You could do nothing underneath if you want. You do what works best for you. Oh man, I am a mess today. I'm feeling like a mess. I'm going to go back in with a pop of my boyfriend's purse. Let's just get a completely clean brush. Diffuse the crap out of this. Beautiful fluffy lashes and everything, and obviously not messing up your eyeliner. God, what happened there? What happened there? What did I just do? What did I just do? How did that happen? It's not my day today. I had the shittest sleep last night. Oh, I don't know what's going on with Hazel, but poor little sausage. She's the reason why I had a shit sleep, but it's all right. It's what you do. Yeah, this foundation's crap. Oh, man. All right, so we are going to go back to the other eye. I'm just looking for a brush. You can either maybe mimic the same kind of blue underneath and then line purple underneath. I'm actually just thinking I'm going to just go in with purple. Like I've been punched. So I'm going to put on the same red lipstick that I wore in the last video. This is from the Jeffree collection and it is Are You Filming? So I think this is Andrew's lipstick. It is just to die for red color. Oh, I'm definitely looking rough today. I mean, the red lip helps always, but man, I feel like I'm freaking dried up prune today. Like even my under eyes are like, you guys probably can't tell. But man, so I'm gonna just try out my boyfriend's purse as a highlighter, or it might be too kind of, we're doing it anyway. Okay, it's actually more flattering than I thought. I thought it was kind of going to be a bit of like a gray kind of color. I mean, if you are deeper in skin tone, this might not be the best to use as a highlighter because it does have that kind of underlying silver grey lead pencil kind of thing going on. But let's have a look at the makeup. I'm going to zoom you guys in. We'll go and have a look in some different lighting. I'll take some photos as well and give you guys more of a rundown of how it's looking. So I'm a mess. I've like, ignore me, all my makeup mistakes, but hey, I'm human. I'm not perfect, and I would prefer to include the stuff that makes me human and not perfect in my videos because, you know, we're about reality here. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Oh, look, like I've just, looking at it, I mean, yes, you can definitely create some beautiful neutral colors and some beautiful, really bright colors. I wouldn't say that this palette compared to the Conspiracy palette is my favorite. Definitely the Conspiracy palette, just based off this already, is my choice in a palette. I will touch more on that towards the end of the video. I mean, you are a little bit limited with the looks because there is only kind of a few different colors, if you know what I mean. Like there's not that much variety. There's 2 blues in the palette, there's 2 kind of plummy purple colors, and the rest are like neutral. Actually, sorry, there's 3 blues, 3 kind of plummy, you know, if you include these lighter ones. So yeah, I mean, yes, you can create a beautiful look like this, but I think the versatility of this palette is going to be a little bit harder to create multiple different looks. Like I think majority of them are going to be some kind of combination of what I've done on my face today. Let's have a look in some different light. Quickly chuck my beauty light on, my ring light. So this is with my ring light on. I feel like, I don't know, does it make a difference? I think it kind of makes the lighter colors pop and just brings a little bit more like whoo to the look, but you know, let's go have a look elsewhere. Again, this is just natural light will go into full sunlight as well. Look at my dogs, Bill and Harry. Okay, so this is about to be full sunlight. I can't see, but I'm hoping that is showing, you know, pigment and all that jazz nicely to you guys. Let's just take some photos for you guys right here, right now. So let's get into some swatches and then I will give you guys my final thoughts on the palette. So as always, pointing you guys down to the crotch. Hello. I'm like, do I have a camel toe? No. All right, so first we've got Flat Earth. You guys didn't even see that, sorry. Flat Earth, Cry on My Couch, and My Boyfriend's Purse. So yeah, these two, I think definitely the Flat Earth is a little bit more on the chalkier side. Like you may need to kind of build up a bit of color, just like the very bright yellow that was in the Conspiracy palette. These two, nice, you know, they're great to have in there, great for transition, brow bone, and a little pop of a highlight. All right, so now we've got Controversy. So this is definitely one of those tougher shadows. I found that working with the shadow on my eye, this one I think is going to cause you the most grief. Not saying that it's massively an issue, but it is more of a stiffer, kind of firmer texture, and just trying to work with it to get a nice even blend and a nice color payoff without it blending away into nothing or without it kind of being a little bit patchy. This one I did find out of this palette and out of the Conspiracy palette as well is my least favorite in terms of working with it, but it is a really pretty color. So Diet Root Beer, definitely very soft. Like you can kind of tell instantly the difference between those two shades. They're both mattes, obviously different formula because different colors and all that kind of jazz, but it is just 100 times more easier to work with and all that jazz. So now we've got My Apology. Again, beautiful kind of metallic pigment type shade, very nice. Now we're on to the last row. We have Exposed. Again, I feel this one is maybe a little bit on the chalky type side, but not too bad. Then we've got Cancelled, and then we have the Simulation. So the Simulation, definitely finger swatches are so much better than a brush. I think it's really hard if you're working in a small area and you need a brush, like you can't go back in with your big sausage fingers, but this swatches and works a lot better with your finger as opposed to when you've got a brush. So I'm going to go in with a dense brush here and we'll just do a little bit of swatches and just see. So yeah, I'm gonna go into the Simulation. So yeah, I feel like trying to get that super crisp pigment payoff, like you really need to use a patting motion, but it's still not as metallic. I feel like it's a little bit duller. It doesn't have that real metallic sheen as what this swatch does. So perhaps different brushes, go in with it wet or just use your finger. So I'll go into Controversy. This is the one that I said that, yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I just feel like it is a little bit uneven, or I don't know, I myself had some issues with this one, so you can, yeah, it's just not my favorite. And lastly, we'll go in with My Boyfriend's Purse. That actually is quite nice with this brush, surprisingly. Yeah, it's got a bit of payoff to it, which is really nice. All right, let me zoom you guys out. Let's hope I'm in focus. Final thoughts on the Mini Controversy palette. It's not my favorite. It is definitely a beautiful palette, but I feel in terms of just the whole experience, like if you've really, you know, loved the series, you had to get your hands on something, but you weren't sure which one to get. I mean, this one, without a word, this one I feel gives you that major holy balls experience. You've got the incredible packaging, you've got the more variety of shades, and you can create so much more versatile looks with this palette. Of course, this palette has a lot more colors to it, that's why, but I feel like for the overall high-end luxury kind of experience, the Conspiracy palette definitely has it. Yes, the Mini Controversy is nice. You've got the nice packaging. It has a nice mirror, but I feel like this is kind of, in a way, similar to like the ColourPop type palettes. Yes, they're still beautiful and this one does come with a mirror, and I'm not saying that it's cheap, but I just feel it doesn't give you that holy balls kind of experience. Of course, if you really wanted something, you could only get this. It's still a beautiful palette. You'll still be able to create some nice looks with it, but I feel like this one is more limited in how diverse those looks can be. There is a lot of kind of not similar shades, but you know, as I said, there's 3 kind of blue shades, there's 3 kind of purpley plum shades, and then you've just got the neutrals. So there isn't really that much variety. It's kind of just 3 type color palettes in this 9-pan tin. The shadows are still work beautifully, like the root beer is stunning. Majority of the shadows were really good, but I did find these ones were similar to the yellow in the food videos color in this palette, a little bit chalky, a little bit like you need to kind of build up to get the color on there, or have quite a pigmented base underneath to really get it on there. And I was using a tacky base as well. And then this one, the Controversy, it's more like a pressed pigment. It's harder to work with. If you're new with makeup, this one may be a bit challenging, but that's where you just need to like keep going at it and keep getting it to work. But it is definitely not as easy to work with as what like the Diet Root Beer or the Tanacon kind of shades are. That it doesn't have that real soft buttery finish. It's just a little bit stiffer and not the good stiff. Obviously this one is a lot cheaper. I did purchase, as I said, this palette and the lipstick from Princess Polly. Going back, I probably wouldn't have bothered buying this one, but I did really want to give you guys a review of as much of the collection as I could afford. So this obviously was spent with my own money. I'd been saving up as soon as I started seeing the series. I'm like, okay, I need to start saving for this because I knew I wanted to buy it. But in my personal opinion, if you are confused about what to get, if money's not an issue, get this. I know this one's going to be harder to get your hands on, but this shits all over this. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, and I absolutely love Shane, and I know that Shane has put his heart and soul into this whole collection. I felt though like I could feel so much of the love and the passion and just the excitement with this palette, and I feel like this one I didn't feel that as much. Not saying, you know, God, I'm not assuming that Shane or Jeffree didn't put as much love and passion into this palette, because of course they did. They've been working on this for a really long time. This is just based off my experience using the palettes. I felt like this just gave me more bang for my buck, more like, oh my God, I'm actually holding this in my hands. Whereas this, I could live the rest of my life without it quite easily. I know that's really mean, but this one, I could definitely have this as my go-to palette. Like I could take this on a holiday with me and get so many looks out of this particular palette as opposed to this one. As I said, not that much variety. Someone from Queensland's calling me. I don't know anyone from Queensland, so I'm not going to answer. We'll leave a message if it's important. What was I saying? Yeah, I just feel like with this palette, yes, you've got the kind of monochromatic type color scheme, but then you've got those 3 shadows that are a little bit chalky, a little bit harder to work with, which does like dampen my experience a little bit. I mean, God, I still absolutely adore this look, but I have created a very, very similar look to this with other palettes. I just wanted to say, Shane, if you're watching this, I love you. I wanted to give you guys a very brutally honest review. Like I always do, my feelings for Jeffree and Shane put aside, I just wanted you guys to know the facts based off my own experience. Of course, other people have different thoughts, different experience. Oh, Hazel's awake. God, what's the time? Oh, okay, she's been this. Yeah, hold on. Oh, someone just woke up. You want to show them your top? What top are you wearing? Harry Potter. Yes. God, what was I saying? I wanted to be brutally honest with you guys, and I know you guys work hard for your money as well. So if you can't afford to get both, I'd be aiming for the Conspiracy palette. And God, Shane or Jeffree, if you guys are watching this, who knows? Bloody hell. Who knows if you are? I mean, I know there's a million videos out there already of your collections. If you guys are watching this, I just adore the series. I love your products. I love your content, Shane. I feel like we'd be best friends. And I just think that it's definitely changing the game in the makeup industry. So it's been really amazing to watch it, and just learn the behind the scenes, and to watch Shane grow and to be able to create something like this is just mind-blowing. I mean, as I said in my conspiracy video, so many makeup artists that have been in the industry for decades would struggle with releasing, you know, products like this, and you guys have just done an amazing job. I definitely would love to get more in the range. I want the pig mirror, maybe some more of the lipsticks, and definitely gloss as well would be amazing, and the makeup bag. Man, I just want it all, but you know, I'm gonna have to wait until next year to get it. It was definitely well worth, you know, waking up at 1 a.m. to get my hands on it. Yeah, I do like the looks that I have created with it, but I definitely prefer the conspiracy palette better. Hope that has answered all of your questions, rainbows. I don't know if it has. I feel very scatterbrainy today. I'm not with it. It's one of those days, you know. Hoping Hazel had a really big sleep and she didn't. Anyway, I love you guys. Shoes. Do you want me to put your shoes on? Okay. Where's your foot? One foot in. Yeah, is this your foot? Good job, sweetie. Might go out and see what the doggies are up to, hey? No. Yes. Oh, do you want to show everyone your grape? So I was at the park this morning with Hazel. She found a grape. I didn't bring grapes to the park. None of my friends brought grapes to the park. I don't know where you got your grape. Where'd you get your grape? She's not eating it, but she's just holding it. Oh, that was adorable. Can you say goodbye to everyone? Bye-bye. Say bye, Shane, if you're watching. Bye, rainbows. Bye, Jeffree. Yeah? You are so gorgeous. She is 2 in under a month. How did that happen? Let me know your thoughts. Do you guys agree with me? Do you disagree with me? It's okay if you disagree. Everyone having different opinions, that is what makes the world interesting, and also causes a lot of arguments on YouTube, but that's okay. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. I've said this a million times. I need to go to bed. Mommy. Yes. Oh, do you want boob again? Oh, boob monster. All right, bye.